Hello, lovely family and friends. A warm welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is very well by God's grace. I'm doing so good. And today I want to share with you this fried fish recipe. It is an amazing recipe, a very delicious one, and boneless fish recipe. Very nice, juicy, crunchy on the outside. It goes perfectly with anything. Banku, kenke. So you make some sauce with it, you make some gravy with this. Amazing. So join me and I'll show you how I made this. So as I mentioned in my intro, I'm going to be making this boneless. Okay, so I'm going to take out all the bones and I'll show you two ways you can do it, right? So when I went to the butcher and I bought the fish, I asked the butcher to cut the fish into pieces like this for me, as you see me. So all that I'm doing is I'm cutting around the bone or along the bone, let's say along the bone, right? And getting the meat out and then throwing the bones away, easy like that. You see how easy it was. So this is an easier way of filleting, not filleting per se, just deboning, let's say deboning, right? The next one I will show you is actually filleting or filleting a fish, okay? So here, again, I'm showing you, maybe you have to zoom it in a little bit so that you see, okay? Just cutting the bone away, cutting the bone off or cutting the flesh off the bone. Let me say it that way. That is the perfect way. You cut the flesh off the bone and very easy, and you set it aside. So you have two pieces. So I've done all of that. And then the last bit, which is the tail, and because of how it looks, it's not easy. So you actually have to fillet it or fillet it, depending on which side of the world you come from. You pronounce it that way. And I will show you how to do that. I have another recipe coming where I use the same fish and I showed how to fillet or fillet. Oh, let me choose one. Fillet a fish, okay? And you'll find that one also useful, okay? So you can keep both or just learn from one. So all that I'm doing is I'm using a very sharp paring knife, and or any sharp slim knife would be good because the way the fish is slippery and then kind of difficult to cut a bit. So you need a very sharp knife. And what I did was to just cut along on top of the bone and just try and cut as close to the bone as possible, right? When you finish any little bones along the stomach, you can just remove it. But with this fish, you don't find any such thing. And when the way you debone it or the way you fillet it, you're able to cut all that kind of small bones away from it. So it's very easy. And these bones, if you have a dog like Bruno will be very happy with you. So as you see, I'm just cutting it into pieces, the bones into pieces. And then, did I show that? Yes, I'll cut the bones into pieces and put it in a bowl there. I'll marinate and I'll fry it and then chew, because bones is good calcium for you. Don't throw bones away. If you can chew it safely without hurting yourself, please do so. It's good calcium. These days, say, natural friend is a nutrients. We are just going artificial plenty. So people don't chew bones again. Mentias. I don't know we don't pay. We don't pay not fairly free. Marrow, no, you eat big, don't pay. Big bone, the marrow inside, you do then remove it. All good for the sister. That is all. And we didn't have any a friend is a nutrients. The only nutrients is from the food when we're growing up. In India, supplements anyway. So yeah, it is nicely cut, and I'm adding my green chili mix to it. We are going to marinate this nicely. Okay, so we are creating the marinade too. I've added some salt. I've added some vegetable bouillon. You can add some vegetable seasoning instead. If you're a Maggi person, you can add Maggi to it. Just a little bit of seasoning, and make sure that the salt is enough. Okay, it's enough for it to taste nice. And I'm using the rest to marinate my bones. The bones also got special treatment. So you can use the bones, don't worry. The bones is good. Special treatment bones, and I'm seeing them. So it stayed in the fridge for like half an hour, and I'm about to fry it. So I've added 2 eggs to it, and I'll add some corn flour. That is it, okay? So the reason you needed to add, did I say a lot of salt, but add a bit more salt, is when you add the corn flour and you add the eggs, it dilutes the taste. So make sure it is really seasoned, a little bit over seasoned. Otherwise, your fish will not be well seasoned. It's like it tastes like there's no salt in it. That's what I mean by it's not well seasoned. So if you want the perfect taste, make sure that you go a little bit overboard. Or yeah, that is what. Just taste it. Make sure say it is a little bit more than you would normally have your food taste. Okay, then you add. Yeah, that would be good. You don't add anything. Jana and mommy. Talking too much. Anyway, so yeah, you make sure you stir everything in. All the fish is nicely coated, and then it is the frying stage. Very easy. Just drop it in there, bam, and you fry it, and the color is just perfect. Once it is nicely fried, it fries so perfectly. So just the tendency of it burning, it is unless you leave it and you go to maybe you go to the toilet and you come. Number 2, by the time you come, it's burnt. But as you are as you are standing beside your fish and you are fried, trust me, it will fry perfect. Look at the color. It is amazing. It is just perfect, and it's so delicious, and it keeps so well in the freezer. It saves so well. It can stay there for months, and you warm it up, and it is perfect. I just use my air fryer. I use my reheat option, and it is amazing, right? So you serve it whatever you want. I have a recipe coming, which we're going to need this fish. So save this recipe in case you find that recipe I'm going to be bringing very useful to you. So I just got some green chili sauce and dunked a few in and ate. The rest, I saved it for the recipe I mentioned and for eating kenke and banku all through. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thank you for joining me, and I'll definitely see you in the next one. Bye.